Let's go to our next caller from the 720 area code. Caller from 720. Go right ahead.
Hi, David. Just wanted to say, firstly, I'm a new subscriber of yours, and I really enjoy the content you put out, so just please keep it up, man.
Thank you.
On to my question, though. In today's world, the animal agriculture industry is the #1 cause of global climate change, whether you're considering greenhouse gas emissions or the freshwater use and pollution. And the products of these animals are the underlying cause of some of the top killing chronic diseases that affect developed nations. I just want to know, what is your stance on the animal agriculture industry? And do you think that one day humans will have to transition towards a more plant-based lifestyle?
Yeah. I mean, yes. My view has been that factory farming is an absolute atrocity, both from an animal rights and a climate perspective. I believe that the evidence is pretty clear that as far as human health, the best things you can do are, number one, reduce the consumption of processed foods. Number two, reduce the consumption of foods that have been treated with all sorts of products that we know to be harmful to human health, regardless of sort of dosage or quantity. We know that the longest life expectancies that we see around the world tend to correlate with communities that have diets that are relatively low in red meat, moderate when it comes to poultry consumption, with the majority of animal protein coming from fish and seafood. And I think that there is a very, very good chance that maybe not 25 years from now, maybe not even 50, but maybe 100 years from now, you're going to see human diets basically be plant-based with lab-grown meats, or at least significantly reduced meat consumption.
Yeah, it's a very interesting answer. Actually, I was looking into recently how they have lab-grown meats. My chief concern, I guess, with that, I mean, I'm a vegan myself, but I don't know how I'd feel about that, since that sort of takes out the ethical implications of lab-grown. If it's lab-grown, you're not hurting an animal. I mean, you use a lot less resources to do something like that. But I guess my only concern would still be if the skeletal muscle of the animal itself still contained that LDL cholesterol that causes ischemic heart disease and things like that.
Yeah,
But,
the thing about that is
other than that, yeah,
increasingly, so for the cholesterol thing, for a long time it was considered that if you eat cholesterol, you're going to have a cholesterol problem in blood, right? That's how you measure cholesterol in humans. And so for a very long time, it was, you got to stay away from eggs, because those egg yolks that are high in cholesterol are actually going to increase your cholesterol in blood. And increasingly, we know that that's not true. There seem to be genetic predispositions either to have a cholesterol problem or not. But more and more, we're learning that there was an overblown cholesterol in food scare. And there are other reasons why sometimes foods that are high in cholesterol have other things that are not good for human health. But the cholesterol scare was widely overblown.
I see. All right. Well, thank you so much for your answer.
Appreciate the call.
I could get through to you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate hearing from you. Today's program is sponsored in part by Futur, which is a social forecasting game for your phone or web browsers that allows players to come together and compete with each other to predict future events. Futur is built on the principles of what's called a prediction market, which is a scientifically validated way of leveraging the wisdom of the crowd to better estimate the likelihood of future events. And there are a ton of different topics, including politics. And here's how it works. You go on the app, find a future event that you feel confident enough about to make a prediction, and make a bet on the outcome you think is most likely to happen using the app's in-game fake currency. If your prediction is right, you're rewarded with more points, and you compete with others who are making their own predictions to see who's the best forecaster. There's no real money or cryptocurrency involved, and that's kind of the fun of it. The whole point is use this social network to prove how good you are at predicting the future. I have an account on the Futur app, and I make predictions, and you can place your bets based on my predictions as well. Go to futur.com to sign up and start making forecasts. It's totally free, and it's available on both Android and iOS and on web browsers. And right now on Futur, you can win cash prizes for correct predictions about the World Cup. Check it out at futur.com.